Good morning, lovely, lovely people. What's all this stuff now with America? What they are going to introduce for electronic statement of entry, which means that, or the law they're going to bring in is you have to produce 5 years, the last 5 years of your social media, and that's just the start. So, and this applies to the British, Canadians, Australians, Japanese. So to apply for a visa, which is coming into law, you have to get into America, which costs about 40 quid, $40. You have to submit your last 5 years of social media. And not only that, you have to also give your last email addresses, phone numbers, details of your family members. If America's going to be doing this, other countries will follow. It's going to stop people travelling, isn't it? And they reckon it's going to stop the wrong people getting into the countries. Well, the wrong people getting into the countries wouldn't be submitting their social media, would they? So again, this has been targeted at the innocent people as well, I would imagine. What a nightmare, isn't it? What a nightmare. I already had trouble getting into America once, a long time ago. I got refused entry because my own doing, really. My own doing, because I didn't fill in the landing card. And I was a little bit inebriated going through immigration, and I didn't really present myself very well at immigration desk, which was my own fault, of course. But anyway, I was refused entry, only purely because of the way I presented myself, I think. And I was groggy after drinking, and I wasn't really in the best of moods talking to the immigration. And of course, that's the wrong thing to do. Doesn't matter what mood you're in, how far you've travelled, how tired you are. You've got to be on your best behaviour coming through immigration. Sadly, that time I wasn't. About 20 years ago. Might be a bit longer, actually. No, probably 20 years ago. And I never went back. I won't go back. There is nothing that really fascinates me about going to America. Beautiful country, I would imagine. All them states to visit. But getting back to the topic of submitting 5 years of your social media. Now, I know for many of us, we've got nothing to hide, but Donald Trump has brought this in. Now, if he tried to get in, if he had to submit the last 5 years of his social media, he wouldn't get in because of the comments that he's made before. You know, that would stop him getting in. Any derogatory things on your social media, they will scrutinise it. And not only that, which is a breach of your digital data, by the way, could be, because you're submitting that to another entity, which indeed could, be a breach of your digital data, privacy. But not only have you got to do that, you have to give your last 5 years of phone numbers, details of your family members. What is happening? What is happening? When they asked Donald Trump about this, they said, do you think it will stop people coming? And he said, no. He says, we're doing very well right now. It's not going to stop people coming. Well, I think it will. Not because people have got things to hide, but because it's aggravation. And there are other countries we can go to where we don't have to submit all of that nonsense. But with that being said, America's bringing this in, and there will be more regulations, of course, on top of that, which means other countries will be doing the same, because they'll be tit for tat. Tit for tat. You know, for all of the Jackie, come here. Come here. Welcome back, people. I had to shut the video off earlier because there was my neighbour come round for a chit chat about the same thing, basically. So if this happens with the British, because the Americans are doing this, that means the rest of the Western world will follow. They will follow with this social media thing. So with the British, with all these illegal immigrants, and most of them are illegals, look, come on, let's be honest, who get rid of all of their ID before they even come into the country. So no one knows who the hell they are. It'll be disgraceful, won't it? Absolutely disgraceful. Also, with the UK now, me included, everyone, if we put anything on social media that the government think is detrimental towards them, then we get arrested. We get arrested for speaking the truth. We get arrested for speaking out towards the government in the UK. Keir Starmer, what? I can't say on here, people. I can't say what I feel about him. I know I'm not in the UK. I don't live in the UK anymore. I'm in the Philippines. But I've still got a right. I've still got like an entitlement, for my opinion. And I think what he's doing is absolutely detrimental to the, to the UK. If my grandfather had been alive, who served during the war, I'm just so angry about it, people. I'm so angry about it. I really am angry. Oh, by the way, I'll just show you this quickly. I finished the bathroom. Tiling the bathroom. Hold on, open the door a little bit. Finished tiling the bathroom and decorating and... Well, you got a pan in there for me, Ira?
No, I washed this one.
Ah, okay. My little boy. So yeah, I finished tiling the bathroom and decorating and fitting the shower bag, and I've had the first. Oh, what's happening here? Sorry, people. I just don't know what I'm doing here. I've had the first shower since it's been done. I said to my wife, "Do you want to do?" She says no, because she's been having the shower upstairs with the cold water. I can't do that. I used to be able to, but now no. So, people, what do you think about all this? Do you think it's beneficial, or do you think it's just a load of nonsense? Me personally, I think it's a load of nonsense. There's not like a lot of fans of George Galloway, but he speaks a lot of crap. I've never been into him politically. I'm not really like a political person anyway, but a lot of the things he says is true. But can he go back to the UK? I mean, will he be arrested because he speaks out against the government? What happened to free speech? What happened to free speech? It's gone. It's gone, people. I haven't been back to the UK for a number of years, but I have friends in the UK who keep me updated from time to time of what's going on there. And they said to me, "Stephen, if you ever come back to the UK, you are a madman. You are a madman." And before I left, they were saying I was a madman to leave the UK. So this is how much things have changed in the time that I've been away. What can we do, people? We can't really do a lot, can we? We've just got to follow what the leaders say. But I think sometime or later, in the near future, there will be an uprising in the UK. There are veterans on the streets. Veterans on the streets while they put up these illegal immigrants, clothe them, house them, feed them. And what do they do to the British? To the citizens, homeless people, the pensioners suffer. They suffer a great deal, especially in these winter months when they can't afford to put the heating on. Now, I know like a lot of pensioners get like a little bit of a concession during the cold months, and I think it's got to be 0 degrees or less for a certain amount of days, or it used to be when I was there, because my father was a pensioner. He used to get a small amount of money from the government if the temperature dropped 0 or below for I think 3 or 4 days. That's it for the pensioners. That's it. And the last budget that happened, I was watching that as well. Ah, man. Do you know who suffers as well? It's the single people who suffer, because they contribute a lot to the UK and they get taxed the highest. They pay most money from everybody else. It's the single people. A lot of these people are on benefits. Yes, some of them are on there because they probably are entitled to it, but a lot of them are scroungers, people. A lot of them are scroungers. When I take a look at the people here, some of the people with no arms, no legs, and there is quite a few people like that, or they are really disabled. There is no help for these people. A little bit of Pantaware or whatever they call it. No, not Pantaware, IOTA. That's it. You know, that's it. So the people here, if they don't work, they don't get paid. If they are able. That's what should happen in the UK. If you are able to work and you don't want to work, then stop the benefits, which they say they do. But these people who do this, these benefit fraud people who don't need it, they are just nowhere. They know the ways around the system. And they play the system. They play it like a fiddle. Sorry people, I'm just going off on a bit of a tangent. Oh, look, we finished in here and all that. Oh, look at this. Gimbal, I'm going all over the place, people. I do apologise. The tiles, look. All through. Just got 2 bedrooms to do. Hello, my little boy. He's got a cough. So now, people, all I've got to do now is outside here, which is quite a big section. It's a big section out here, quite a big. It goes down here, down there. And the 2 little bedrooms, but the bedrooms won't take me long to do. But I think from now, I'm going to leave it now till after Christmas because I'm stressed out doing this tiling. My hands are sore off the tile adhesive, people. I mean, I wasn't mixing it with my hands, of course I wasn't, but you know, when you scrape the bits of tile adhesive you get in your hands, it burns. So my fingers are really sore at the moment, and very painful. And that's it. I just thought I'd say that. So what do you people think about this social media thing, you know? You've got to give it's not going to keep the wrong people out, is it? It's not going to keep the wrong people out because the wrong people are not going to give their social media, or they will give fake ones and different names. So it's not going to do anything, I don't believe. It's just going to make more harassment for people who want to travel to countries who are law-abiding citizens. It's not going to do anything. I just can't see the sense in it. But it sometimes makes you happy to live in a place like this. I know it's noisy, and a lot of you can't put up with this kind of environment, and I totally get that. But at least here, at the moment, it's liberal. It's much more liberal. And yes, I know we can't get involved in politics or rallies or protests, but who wants to do that anyway? I never did it when I was in the UK, so why would I do it in a foreign country? I wouldn't. So that's no, you know, the only thing I wish that they would change here is when you're married, you've got children here, is they would let you put property or land in your name. But only one, you know. So let's just, and they kind of limited it size-wise. So they would say, well, foreigners, yes, you can own, you know, you can buy land and you can build your own house if you're married and you with a, you know, you got kids or something like that. But you can only do it once, meaning you can only buy one piece of land and build one house. Or if you want to sell that, not for profit, you can sell that, get rid of it, and then do it again. But as I said, not for profit, so there'd be no money-making schemes here for foreigners like that. I think that would make it a lot more palatable for some foreigners here, because I know some foreigners don't like to buy the land and put it in their wife or partner's name and build a house, and I get that as well, because there's a lot of wrong people here, isn't there, you know, who just wait till the house is built and say, see you later, Joe, bye-bye, Joe, you know. Everyone's a Joe here, aren't they? All the foreigners are, hey Joe. I used to be offended when they did that at first, and I'd say, I'm not a Joe, I'm a Tommy. Because you know, the British were Tommies, weren't they, because of the war. But they don't know all of that, so they just, every foreigner's a Joe. But it doesn't bother me, not at all. So that's it, people, just that, you know, it's just a rant, really. And it's discontentment in my mind. I know I'm not in the UK, but I think I'm entitled to my opinion. Anyway, people, listen, thank you very much for listening to the video, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. There'll be more videos now because I'm not working so much. Although my wife will get me at it, no question about that. Here she is, the pregnant one again. Ooh. Anyway, people, bye-bye. Where's my son? Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Look, he's playing with his toys in the bathroom. I love the hype.